Hey there, Leo. It's Jen here. I'm doing your mid January reading. Thank you for joining me. So, I did some messaging, channeling first, got some messages, guess I was trying to say, and then we'll take a look at your cards. You had an extra card jump out today. So, first, I have to say that I got a strong music um, message. I'm not even sure specifically what it is, but something about music. So I was Googling which zodiac signs are the most musical, and I kind of am thinking, okay, that's the sign I need to do next for these readings. But I thought it was Taurus, and I'd already known Taurus. I'd already done Taurus, and it was Taurus. But then, you know how Google suggests things, and it was like luckiest sign, which I knew would be Sag, and can't remember the other. And then they said, which sign's the best in bed? And I clicked on it and I started laughing because, of course, it's Leo. Leo, you guys are showing up. You have shown up in so many people's readings for months now. It's you, or you just always seem to pop up, which doesn't surprise me because Leos tend to be very outgoing and very well connected and things like that, and very, yeah, they're great to have at a party. They're just able to sort of work the room, or um, people just are drawn to Leos for whatever reason, and that's why they make good leaders. But I just thought that was so funny. Okay, so I see that in the midst of a lot of energy, movement, busyness, like a Two of Pentacles energy, just lots going on. Someone or something will be a refuge, the calm and the storm. And I don't think storm, I don't think anything bad's going on. I feel like you just may be, busy. You'll you'll be so with this person or into this thing you're doing. You won't be on your phone, you won't be multitasking, and you'll also be connecting on a very deep level. So there's something that's going to consume you, but I think in a really good way. It's not, you're not throwing, um, sometimes people get a significant other and then just drop from the face of the earth until it breaks up or something, and then they're on your doorstep crying. Like, nothing like that. I feel like you have a good balance, but it's almost like I'm cutting aside this time for something, and when I'm doing it, I am turning off the phone. I'm going all in on it because it's that important. Maybe it's time with your kids, even. But I do see for some of you it being a person. So it's very nice. It's very intimate. It's making, yeah, just carving aside time to be fully present with someone or something. I hate giving these types of messages because I don't get anything super specific and I don't like causing anxiety, but I did get that there would be some sort of big occurrence that makes the world news. So yeah, well, duh, Jen, right? But I did get like an assassination attempt, and I don't think it's the U.S. I don't know, but that just came up. But it said more like something more political than weather or tragic in the sense of, because an assassination would be very tragic, but it isn't like a mass murder of some, I hate even saying that. Okay. But then I said, no, so more political than weather. But then I got, no, there might be a weather event. I'm like, great, thank you. So I'm seeing like Asia, Southeast Asia, the Pacific, like an earthquake, maybe something that triggers a tsunami alert. I almost feel like it's going to be a big one, but off land where it doesn't really affect anything. So I'm probably wrong, don't worry. Then I saw what for me would be, I'm 50, I just turned 50, my grandmother's house. So something older, a farmhouse sink, things like that. An older house, but it's back in style. with some modernizing of conveniences and, some style things, good quote, good bones. So I don't know if some of you may be looking for a house and I did get DIY projects, find a sort of a fixer-upper or an older home that you really appreciate you really appreciate the original architecture and character. It has a lot of character. So this is something that you could be just purchasing. Maybe some of you are thinking to flip because houses too. I see it being more personal, but you could also be dealing with an estate or working on a DIY project. Finding you are quite handy and really enjoy the process. Some of you are just, I don't give medical advice. My advice is if you have any medical questions, go to the doctor, right? But I do feel like there may be sort of a hormonal balance, could be menopause, but to just really go to the doctor because there might be sort of an easy fix. Like if your thyroid is off, they could supplement that with some medication or something like that. So kind of don't suffer in silence about something. Make sure you go and just get it checked out because there could be something relatively easy to alleviate some things. Then, okay, this music. I kept hearing the Peanuts Christmas song. It's like Christmas time is here. I can't remember the lyrics, but it's that really pretty piano in the background. And I'm like, oh, piano. Okay, I was getting this music thing and I just didn't know what it was. So I see a piano. So this could be worth something. And remember that if it is a piano, and I don't know, probably other instruments are this way, if it is an instrument, that pianos take some upkeep. I know my dad has one and he has to make sure in the winter that there's like a place to put water in it and stuff, and he has it tuned. So, but I guess really is coming back is to have things appraised. Maybe you're going to inherit your aunt's property, who knows, or you're helping someone go through something like this. Sometimes this happens if an older relative moves to assisted living or something like that. Have things appraised. Even if you don't think it's valuable, you may be surprised. Like an Antiques Roadshow. I love that show. They did one in England, and this person had this old metal helmet and it had been like stuck between two, what do you call them? The railings on a staircase, banisters? There's a word for it. It kind of had it shoved up in between or just shoved somewhere. And they would take it out and put pledge on it and polish it. It turned out, and this was a long time ago. This was probably 15 years ago. I think I saw this. I never forgot it. It turned out to be a medieval helmet worth 250,000 pounds, like 15 years ago. And they're like, please don't put pledge on it anymore. Okay, Leo, let's look at your cards. Page of Pentacles. Oh, look at the dog. So he's learning that with some hard work and some delayed gratification, he can start making his own money, his own way, taking care of his own things. And it actually brings him quite a lot of joy. There's a hammer there, which is making me think of some DIY. It almost looks like a workshop to me, right? There are tools. It even looks like blacksmith tools. Yeah, it's like someone's workshop you may want to carve out or even be building yourself a workshop to build things in. That's one of those shavers. What do you call it? My dad has one of those where you run it across a rough part of a board and it makes all that little like big chunks of shavings of sawdust. I see some barrels in the background, maybe trying your hand at growing some grapes or making some wine or doing some sort of craft. That came up for someone else. Some DIY, some do-it-yourself, some making it your own, making your own thing. I can't tell if that's a dog or it's a dog. Oh, it looks like maybe a corgi because it looks like it has short legs. Yeah, this page has learned patience and hard work, and slow and steady wins the race, and is the value of patience in keeping at something, carving that time aside. He is to, I sound like Yoda, to go out and work on his thing, whatever his thing is. It doesn't matter what it is. Can you see this card? To me, it looks like it's behind. No, it's not at all. Okay. 10 of Cups. Wow. This is happiness. I kind of like this card because it reminds me a little bit of that scene I got where you're totally present in the moment with people. So maybe it's a family thing. You've really decided to enjoy the simple things and to stop multitasking. Stop being, and I'm not anti-phone. I love my phone. But yeah, like when my son comes down, I try to put the phone down. I pause if I have the TV on or something and engage and be there because he's a teenager, and if he comes down and wants to just chat about something he learned, great. I'm going to listen. I don't care if I know about it or give a shit about a video game. I'm going to listen and ask questions and enjoy it, right? And sometimes it's bad, but sometimes I have to be like, no, put down. I stopped, put down my phone. I said, I'm sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. Can you say that again? It's, this card, you start really figuring out what truly is important in life. There's like a little ferret or otter or something there in the water. They're so busy, cute. Of course, the little kids there picking and the roses, stopping and smelling the roses, enjoying the flowers. There's a lot of love, those cups lined up on that table. It could be for some of you, you went through a lot of, like it took you a long time to find your person. But now that you have, you're enjoying every second of it. Or you fucked up a lot of them. Leo is in everyone's reading, so maybe you guys have been playing the field lately or for a while. Water, right? It's the 10 of Cups. They keep their love close. They stay close to the water. But it's learning what your happily ever after is. I mean, your happily ever after may look complete. It may be more like this. It's completely individual. There's no right or wrong. Wow. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles. So here's that inheritance. Here's that maybe going through some old things. We got a beautiful kingfisher here. Another child playing. So this is building family, building legacy, even accumulating some things. Right? This page, look at this page. Learn this lesson and kept at it, and look at all of this he's collected over the years. So this is a card of sustainability, of many generations, of coming together with family. You could be be given something. My parents are in their late 70s and extremely healthy, but they're already, now that they're retired, they decide to start going through everything. Do any of you guys want this? Okay, we're going to get rid of it. We don't want you to have to deal with these things. It's like, oh my God, please stop saying that. But it's smart. So you may all of a sudden be, maybe your parents or grandparents are like, hey, you want this? Hey, you want this? They're just like, so it could be a situation like that. You could find you stand to inherit quite a bit of money or more than you thought or at all. These, oh, it's a portrait. Maybe you're going to do a family picture. A portrait. What am I in 16th century? Four of Cups. Someone may feel left out. Um, someone may not have found this yet, and is struggling. So you could have a family member or someone that is a little bit. I feel like they're a little bit of a pill though, because like, look, there's someone here, maybe having a little bit of a pity party this month, and you may think, well, if you weren't so negative all the time, I can see. That's not very nice, but some people are just negative, in your mind, you're kind of like, well, if you weren't such an asshole, maybe people would want to hang out with you more. Oh, that's funny. But she's just like, I'm gonna be pissy, and I'm gonna totally miss opportunities. It could be a wall they've put up. I don't mean to make fun. That's terrible. But it could be a wall she's put up because she's been hurt before a lot, and so she doesn't even realize that she has. I mean, look at this. There's a physical barrier. She may not go out a lot. I mean, she does have a little opening to let people in, but she's still. So those of you who may be looking for love, um, you may want to look and just examine, how open am I? How am I really looking at all the potential opportunities, or am I so closed off I don't even notice them? The High Priestess, the Hierophant. So again, someone's mixing something in this one. These two feel connected to me. Maybe you're taking up cooking. There's a bird in almost every card. No, there's not one in this one. I don't think there's one in that one. Close, but there's always like some animal though. She has this dragonfly, if that's of any significance to people. This almost now looks like so this could be one of those things where it's like she's been waiting, and this person comes home late, maybe stopped and had a drink or something, and someone in a couple's sick of waiting for the other one. They don't feel like they're, look at this. They're together, and this person's like, here I am alone again. So maybe if that resonates with you, you may, maybe saying no if you're going to be late all the time. Yeah, I'm not going to tolerate that, putting up some boundaries and just being kind of bummed. So he's mixing something over here, which reminds me of Craig Nadoon in Outlander, which I love. He's doing some sort of ritual. The sun's coming out here, Leo. If things have been stormy for you in some area, those clouds are lifting. The sun is coming out. So this could be organizations, structure, bureaucracy, big companies you might have to deal with. But for me, it is a card of spirituality. Think the High Priest. So really looking, what is your philosophy on life? What are your values? Lots of times we can count our material things and the things like that. But what's your guiding light? Like, what are your principles? What do you value the most? And really getting those clear. Some of you may do something like Reiki, getting a tarot card reading, go to an astrologer, something metaphysical. some salt caves, the salt baths, meditation, things like that. Excuse me. Okay, so those are the messages that came through for you, Leo. I hope you have a wonderful January. Take care.